No, well, Frotch made that round his kind of fight. They both had good spells. But once again, Groves, who made silly mistakes. Now, that punch wasn't as bad as he was first thought because it kind of caught him in the back of the head. So it wasn't a legal shot. Yeah, that just kind of knocked him off balance. But he's losing concentration, and that was the kind of cynical elbow from Frotch. So Frotch lucky not to have a point deducted in that round. Rough house from both guys. It's that kind of fight, and I tell you, Nick, what a fight it is.
It really is. There's not a whole lot of respect between the two of them in there right now. Well, I hope there is, and there should be, when it's all done and dusted, because this has been an epic fight so far. And they're booing Howard Foster, but Howard Foster is doing absolutely the right thing just to try and calm this down, because it's been threatening to overheat once or twice. I don't think, even if he loses a point, Frotch, I don't think it makes much difference now. I can't see him getting a points win here, but don't forget, you know as well as I do, Jim, you know better than I do, Frotch is dangerous till the last few seconds. Just ask Jermaine Taylor. Yeah, well, normally, you know, he saves stuff in the tank. When he was going through the Super 6, he saved stuff in the tank. He hasn't been allowed to do that. Groves has been on him right from the start and made him fight in every round. The pace is slowing down now. So, beautiful shots again from Groves. Oh, Frotch knows they're coming, but he can't get out of the way, and there was a little left hook got thrown in there just for good measure as well. Well, Frotch certainly has proved his toughness. He says he can't be knocked out. I'm beginning to believe him because he's been hit with several knockout punches. And they're still coming from Groves, and still Frotch is standing tall, and then lands a right hand of his own, and Groves has wobbled. Groves is in big trouble now, and Frotch senses it, and Frotch is going for the finish, because Groves' legs have gone. And Groves hanging on here, just holding and spoiling, trying to buy some time, but Frotch smells blood here. I think Frotch needs to finish it here. It really does. Groves is in trouble. He's taken another one, and Howard Foster has stopped it. Wow, that is going to be controversial. Groves is disgusted. Groves is furious. And there's going to be some controversy here. Frotch had him in trouble, no question about that. But he was so far ahead, George Groves. Was he in so much trouble that it required a stoppage? That's the question that's going to be asked over and over again. Well, considering the punches that both men took leading up to that, considering what was on the line, I feel that the referee could have let it go on a little bit longer to see if Groves could have taken a count, could have grabbed hold of Frotch. Frotch looked at times to be in bigger trouble than Groves was in at the time of the stoppage. I don't like to criticise referees, it's a tough job they have, but I think what's at stake here tonight, the fact that Groves was so far ahead, I would have let it go a little bit longer just to see how he was going to cope with the crisis. He was in a crisis, but that's what this fight was. This fight was just about one crisis after another, and I would like the referee just to have given him a little bit of time until we were sure. A fight like that shouldn't have been stopped until the referee was sure. He couldn't have been sure because it wasn't a sustained beating. It screams rematch, Jim. It screams rematch. It has to be done again. Groves, who came into booze, is now saluting the crowd, and listen to the response he's got here. He's won everybody over tonight. Well, I tell you, I hope there is a rematch because that was phenomenal, but it won't spring the same surprise. I don't know if Carl Frotch will want any more of this. It's been a tough career. Groves is going over, we'll see it. This is still looking pretty chippy in there, isn't it? It really is. I don't know if he... I think Groves is going over trying to be friends. Well, all three judges had Groves ahead, one 78-73, but two of them 76-75. That was a close call. I can't see that. What were they looking at? What were they at? No, I'm sorry. And it's all threatening to kick off in here, which we don't need. And everybody just needs to calm down. Paddy Fitzpatrick is embracing George Groves. And Carl Frotch has been led away to his corner as well. We don't need bad blood here because that was a terrific scrap and we need to do it again. But what a shame. What a shame it was stopped like that. And as you say, Jim, you have to feel for a referee because he's got a split second to make a decision, but this did seem early. Yeah, but in a fight of this magnitude, it was hurt, it was in a crisis. He hadn't been on the floor. He wasn't standing with his back to the ropes, having his head rolled back with punches. He was taking punches and he was struggling to cope with, but he was doing what a boxer should do. He was trying to keep a moving target. He was all over the place. Look, this is not sustained punishment. Big shot there, which shook him to his boots. Froch has been on the floor, and there's the big shot to the temple. I mean, this is not a sustained beating when you look at what the both men have been dishing out. Groves was doing the wrong things there, no question. But no, for me, that was too early, too early. Groves was trying to cope with the pressure he was under. Granted, he was doing the wrong things. He was fighting back. When he should have been fighting back. I felt all he could do was throw this away, and through inexperience, unfortunately, and a little bit of refereeing, that's what's happened. I'll be honest, Nick, I'm not sure he would have gone through that crisis. I'm not sure he would have got through it because he was badly shaken, but he deserved time to let us find out. Yeah, absolutely. He was unravelling, there's no question about that, and Froch is a brutal finisher as well. But I wonder if Howard Foster will look back at that and say, I wish I'd just delayed it. But then again, if you do and he gets hurt, then everybody's going to criticise him for letting it go on too long. It's a tough one. There were terrific punches he was taking, and he was getting caught clearly on the chin. It was worrying. I'm not saying it wasn't a worrying scenario. I wouldn't like to have been the one who had to deal with it. But what was at stake? I mean, Groves, if he had gone on the floor, you know, the 8 seconds cleared his head, if he had to get a hold of Carl Froch, through his lack of experience, if he could come up with the right answer. He did everything wrong here. He should have been grabbing hold. He was trying to punch back. That's the macho thing of youth. When experience would have told him, take a knee, grab hold of an opponent, nullify, go through the crisis. He did all the wrong things. And there, a couple of punches still going in after the fight was over. But what a terrific fight. And Groves leaves this ring with a reputation. Carl Froch, to his credit, has beaten a man tonight who was better than him tonight. And I suppose that's what being a champion is all about. And he may